9 starts now.
The nation's longest federal shutdown could come to an end within the next half hour. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Karl Torp.
And I'm Amanda Taylor. The vote is just about to get underway on the floor of the U.S. House. Here is a live look at what is happening right now. We're going to keep monitoring the vote. Our News 9 Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron is standing by live in D.C. with an update and reaction from our Oklahoma delegation. It has been a busy day, Alex.
Yes, it sure has, Amanda. Karl, you know, it's been 43 days now since the government shut down, more than 50 days since the House was last in session. But the House is back, and as you said, on the brink of passing a stopgap measure to reopen the government. Now, Democrats have been pushing hard to get health care concessions out of this shutdown, but those are not in the deal that squeaked through the Senate Monday night. So, what is in the deal? Well, let me tell you. An extension of fiscal year 25 funding for most government agencies through January 30th, full year funding for SNAP, Veterans Affairs, and some other government programs, and the reversal of about 4,000 RIF notices, layoffs, that went out after October 1st. Now, what's not in the deal is what Democrats were fighting for, an extension of Affordable Care Act tax credits, which is what Republicans told them from the beginning.
We're not going to address ACA subsidies, taxpayer subsidies in this bill, but we are certainly willing to have a conversation about them. And I think that it was a completely avoidable and unnecessary shutdown.
I think there's been a pointless exercise, and I hope now that each side has done it in a very big way, we've done it twice, and now they've done it twice. I hope both sides just sober up and recognize this is not an appropriate tool to use.
Yeah, of course, the Democratic push to get these ACA subsidies into reality isn't done. You know, Senate Leader Thune promised them a vote on a bill by mid-December, but even if they were able to get that passed there's no guarantee that it will be taken up here in the House. Now, as for the bill that could reopen the government, it is on track right now. The members passed the rule, and now they are debating the bill itself, and the vote could come here in the next 30 minutes. Live in our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.
Boy, we're going to be watching for that, Alex. Thank you. In fact, we're going to check back in with Alex in about 15 minutes as that vote is underway. We'll bring you updates as it moves forward.
From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Justin Rudisell.
Good Wednesday evening to you. Hopefully you had a delightful day, and hopefully you were able to get outside just a little bit and enjoy the beautiful weather here on November 12th with sunshine, light winds, and temperatures into the middle to upper 70s in some locations. The setting sun, a couple high-level clouds, a beautiful evening. Some patio weather right now across the area. As high temperatures, like I mentioned, middle to upper 70s, 76 officially in Oklahoma City, 80 in Hobart, and 77 in Lawton, 74 up the Turnpike in Tulsa. As the last 12 hours, we've gone from the 30s and 40s into the 70s, and now starting to fall through the 70s and into the 60s as we're at 64. So that dry air, light winds cool down pretty quickly, but still very comfortable for this time of the year. Our average high temperature is 62, and we're in the low 60s across the area under a light southeast wind. Starry skies, clear and calm for the overnight. Area of high pressure dominating our weather. As we head throughout the evening, temperatures will fall into the 50s with that light southeast wind. We're talking about record high temperatures possible and tracking a couple storm systems on the 9-day. Details coming up.
All right, Justin, some Oklahomans could be eligible for up to $10,000 to help storm-proof your home. That's thanks to the Oklahoma Insurance Department's Strengthen Oklahoma Homes program. Approved funds will be given with the requirement that it be used to reinforce homes against storm, wind, and hail damage. You also must live in an eligible zip code. You have to own your home and have qualifying homeowners insurance policy.
A breaking news update now. An arrest has been made in that deadly shooting that happened in Northwest OKC Monday morning. Just after midnight, police say they found two people who had been shot. Anthony Carney was pronounced dead at the scene, and a woman was injured and taken to the hospital. Police telling us they have now arrested 20-year-old Kayvon Thomas for the shooting.
A man convicted in a Chinese human trafficking ring here in Oklahoma City is now facing 30 years in prison. Bei-Shing Lin was found guilty of human trafficking after an investigation revealed he was trafficking women who would fly in and out of Oklahoma City just to be exploited. An Oklahoma County jury is now recommending that 30-year prison sentence for Lynn. A grieving mother is outraged after the woman charged in her son's death is accused of committing even more crimes.
Her teenage son died last year in a car crash in Norman. News 9's Deanne Stein has details now on the new charges.
The driver accused of killing Candy Morris's 18-year-old son is out on bond and awaiting trial and now faces 17 new felony charges of animal cruelty.
We're just very frustrated and feeling really defeated.
Candy Morris feels the pain of losing her son Maddox Bias every day and won't rest until the woman charged in his death, Sutton Petts, is finally behind bars.
I feel like we're failing Maddox.
Prosecutors say last year Petts was high on nitrous oxide, or whippets, when she passed out and crashed, killing Maddox. She was granted bond while awaiting trial on charges ranging from first-degree manslaughter and DUI to potentially second-degree murder.
She's going to get to spend holidays with her kids and her family, and we don't. And that daily I drive to the cemetery to talk to my son and to kiss his headstone, and that's all I have.
Candy said she is reliving the pain after learning Petts and others were charged with 17 counts of animal cruelty after Norman police found neglected and malnourished horses, dogs, sheep, and goats on her Cleveland County property.
She does not have any remorse as to what has happened to Maddox or take any responsibility for that, and then now has no regard to animal life.
Hoping Petts' bond would be revoked, Candy instead saw her walk free again after posting a $100,000 cash bond.
She's a danger to society in my eyes, and I think that she needs to be off the streets.
Sutton Petts is due back in Cleveland County Court next week on these new charges. In Oklahoma City, Deanne Stein for Oklahoma Zone.
And Petts' trial for the death of Maddox Baez is scheduled to begin next year.
Tomorrow is the day of Tremaine Wood's execution. How his family is fighting for clemency. Coming up next.
And voting, as we have been saying, is underway at the Capitol, or about to begin. Is the government finally going to reopen? We're going to check back in with our D.C. Bureau Chief Alex Cameron coming up after the break. And new tonight here at 10 o'clock, growing concerns for travelers as we near the holidays, how long flight disruptions are expected to last if the government does reopen tonight.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9.
Tremaine Wood is now facing his execution date tomorrow as he waits to see if Governor Stitt approves clemency. Wood was convicted in 2002 of the stabbing death of Ronnie Whipf during a robbery in Oklahoma City. He was sentenced to death in 2004. Wood's family has rallied and delivered letters of support to the governor this morning in hopes that his clemency will be approved.
As we stand here in this moment, we only have 24 hours to save Tremaine Wood. And so that's what we're going to keep doing all day today. We know that it's possible to see Tremaine in the future past Thursday, and we have to hold that hope in our heart.
Wood's family had their final visit with him this morning while those letters were being delivered.
Integris Health teaming up with the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma to hold a food drive ahead of Thanksgiving. They have collected over 5,500 pounds of food, and more than $1,600 has been given directly to the food bank. Almost 100 volunteers from the hospital spent more than a week packing 100 meal kits to give to families at Stanley Hupfeld Academy, that is a charter school in the village. And exciting news, Oklahoma City residents can get early access to tickets for the LA 2028 Olympic Games. The registration period for official LA 28 tickets will begin in January of next year. So that's when you can register, and you must be registered to get assigned a slot to when you can buy those tickets. So that's the process you have to do. Go to news9.com. Also, our News 9 app, you can find a link to register. But again, that registration doesn't happen until next year. But anyway, we're getting an early jump on it because we are, of course, excited for the Olympic Games in Oklahoma City. Taking a live look now from our Lucky Star Skycam network, the beautiful fall weather continues. Boy, it's gorgeous out there. Love that sunset. And guess what's coming back tonight? Northern Lights. Northern Lights coming back tonight, according to Rudisell. No, yeah, give me the smile. Yeah, no, he said it's coming back. Also, our next round of storms, when are they coming our way? Justin breaks it all down in his full forecast coming up.
And we might get a vote very soon. The government could reopen tonight. That vote is expected within the half an hour. This is a live look there right now. We're going to check back in with our D.C. Bureau Chief after the break. A lot going on right now. Debate on the New Deal. That is happening at the federal government right now in D.C.
Yeah, News 9 Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron. He is there live in the Capitol right now with the latest. And Alex, when they do end up voting, this is expected to pass.
Yeah, Carl and Amanda, this is expected to pass. I think it'll be a very close vote. Again, there will probably be a couple of Republicans who vote against it, but there will also probably be a couple of Democrats who vote for it. We'll see about that. It's a very slim margin that the Republicans have in the House right now, so they really can't afford to lose too many. But again, right now, the expectation is that this will pass. Right now, debate is still ongoing. It's not clear exactly how quickly it'll wrap up. The leader, the minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries, at the end will get a minute to speak, and that is what is known as the magic minute. Sometimes the magic minute turns into a magic 30 minutes or hours. No one really expects him to go on for too long, but it could extend the debate a little bit longer than expected. But still, I would say, before people go to bed tonight, we should expect that this vote will have happened. President Trump will have signed this, and the government will officially reopen. So we'll see, but right now things are on track. It's been a wild last several weeks, but I think the government is going to reopen later tonight. Carl, Amanda?
Alex, we appreciate your insight there.
Yeah, what great
Live
insight
from
he gives us.
with Alex Cameron there. Good to have him there.
Talking weather right now. We'll get back to Alex if anything changes here in the next couple of minutes. But Justin, really nice evening out there.
Very pleasant after middle 70s to upper 70s here this afternoon. Not much wind to speak of. Lots of sunshine, some patio weather for our Wednesday evening.
For trying to see.
Yeah, Northern Lights. So what's the situation on that? Not going to be as good as last night, but still pretty good?
The latest indication is it's not as strong of magnetic energy coming in, and it's pointed towards the pole, not to the south. So that could flip. Again, it's ever changing. So later on this evening, they could be off towards the north in the northern horizon. This is how it looked last night. Some beautiful colors, very strong. We grade these from 1 to 5. This was a G4. So 5 is the strongest, 4 is the second strongest. And we had, to the naked eye, not just with your cameras, see all those colors, purples, reds, greens, and again, thank you for sending all the pictures to us. Pics at news9.net, and that's another view from Damon there in Buffalo, those colors. This is how it occurs. It's a solar wind, a solar storm takes those particles and they push them towards Earth. The magnetic field, north and south pole, pulls it into our atmosphere. When it hits our atmosphere, it collides with the oxygen and nitrogen that produces the colors. So oxygen, when it hits, becomes a red and green. And then nitrogen becomes the pink and blue. And that's what you see dancing into the atmosphere on the northern horizon. Again, pollution, light pollution, the darker it is, the more vivid and brighter those colors will be. This is the latest indication here, the forecast for this evening into the overnight. Again, ever changing, and looking at the latest information that's coming in, maybe a little bit less than this. But again, we could see it on the northern horizon right after sunset anytime now throughout the overnight. And sometimes they come in waves. The 1 hour, you don't see anything. And the next 15 minutes, it'll be vibrant. So just a possibility, something cool to see. And you can actually stand out there and be comfortable. It's not like it's 30 degrees out there. It's into the 60s right now, and there's not much wind to speak of under those clear skies. Very little in the way of cloud cover anywhere across the region. A couple high-level clouds as these temperatures right now are falling into the 50s under a light wind. Light wind overnight southeast at around 5 to 10. Areas of high pressure dominating our weather pattern here across the plains. But you can see where the jet stream comes from the Aleutians out here across Alaska, down the east coast or the west coast, and then an area of low pressure off the west coast, and then the jet stream goes back up. So we're starting to see those ups and downs occur to our west. Eventually, we're going to change the weather pattern, and instead of this beautiful, calm, tranquil weather, we will likely pay for hopefully some rain and storms, and then eventually maybe some winter weather as well. But we're not in a hurry for any of that winter weather, at least not myself. I don't want any of it. 76 right now for an afternoon high temperature in Oklahoma City. You can see those upper 70s to near 80. We'll be again upper 70s to near 80 degrees for many locations, both tomorrow afternoon and Friday. The records here in Oklahoma City, 81 tomorrow, 80 on Friday, and I have a record tie in high temperature on Saturday of 84 degrees. I think we'll get a little bit of a squeeze play, a compressional heating ahead of a weak front that'll come in on Saturday with the southwest winds and lots of sunshine. We'll have the best chance of getting those temperatures into the middle 80s. Cold air stays off to the north, well above average temperatures throughout the weekend. A little bit of a cool northeast wind comes in with a weak front, dry conditions Sunday into Monday. We warm back up, increase the moisture, and I think a slow-moving weather system will give us a couple waves of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. Too early to tell how much rain or if we'll see any severe weather, but hopefully that weather system is a little slow and it is strong and brings us some much-needed rainfall. Temperatures tonight, upper 40s to low 50s. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. How about the upper 70s with that sunshine and a south breeze? Same thing on Friday, upper 70s to low 80s. Middle 80s possible across the area on Saturday. A little bit cooler for Sunday to Monday, and there's those rain chances that head our way the middle and latter half of next week. Carl.
All right, Justin, thank you. The Oklahoma City Thunder taking on Luka and the Lakers. Steve McGeehee joins us live from the Paycom Center. Plus, we're going to hear from Chet Holmgren. Didn't miss a shot from the field last night. Coming up after the break.
Driven by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, this is News 9 Sports with Haley McCormick.
Hello and welcome to the Riverwind Casino Sports Desk. The Thunder is back in action this evening at the Paycom Center. They're facing Luka and the Lakers. OKC is coming off a great game last night against Golden State. The Thunder improved to 11-1 on the season after defeating the Warriors by 24 points. Chet Holmgren had a perfect shooting night, going 9 for 9, ending the night with 23 points. And OKC had 4 players score in double digits. Our Steve McGeehee joins us live from the Paycom Center. What's going on, Steve?
Well, I know Luka Doncic, who's averaging 37 points a game for the Lakers, is glad that Lou Dort is not playing tonight, so he will not be facing Lou. I would imagine Cason Wallace and A.J. Mitchell will do their best to try to slow down Luka. Luka's going to get his points. It's someone like Austin Reeves and Marcus Smart, Rui Hachimura, Jandre Ayton. Make sure those guys don't have career nights. But you mentioned the Thunder off to a great start, 11-1, and give credit to Mark Daigneault. With all the guys out, they keep on winning, and Chet Holmgren would agree.
We have Coach of the Year. I don't care what year it was, but he's amazing at fitting puzzle pieces together that might not normally fit together, and the credit goes beyond him too. We just have 17 guys that are ready to roll. From there, the credit goes to the guys who are ready to suit up every night and play, no matter if their name's called, if their name's not called, if somebody's injured, somebody's not injured, doesn't matter. Guys are ready to roll.
The coaches' press conferences are coming up at 6:45 for Mark Daigneault, 7 o'clock for J.J. Redick. You can see them on our News 9 app, plus on our YouTube channel, Oklahoma's own sports channel. That's coming up at 6:45 and 7 o'clock. Game time, 8:40. Haley, back to you.
Thanks, Steve. Well, the OSU men's basketball team is off to a solid start this season. The Cowboys have opened the season with back-to-back 24-point wins. Tonight, the Cowboys are back on their home court for a game against Prairie View A&M. That game tips off here shortly at 7. Let's throw it to John Holcomb for a quick preview of tonight's game.
Cowboys will try to capitalize off the momentum over the 24-point blowout win over Texas A&M in here on Sunday. Prairie View A&M is the opponent tonight, and they come in with a record of 2-1, losing their last game before tonight. The Cowboys a heavy favorite. They likely won't have sharpshooting guard Anthony Roy once again tonight as he continues to rest and get ready for the long haul. Jalen Curry may miss time tonight, dealing with an illness. Kanye Clary, who left the game on Sunday with an apparent arm injury, will play tonight. So the Cowboys almost full strength. Tip off at 7 o'clock tonight. In Stillwater, I'm John Holcomb.
It's going to be a good game tonight for the Thunder Lakers. That's exciting.
Second out of a back-to-back. We'll see what happens tonight. But gosh, I wish Lou Dort was playing.
I know. I checked the injury report before I came out. I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Cason Wallace can step up.
Absolutely.
We're cheering him on.
Hey, still awesome.
We'll see if the shutdown ends tonight. We'll update you at 10.